Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too, as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. This is my PowerPoint presentation day, so for all of you who missed the 1985 to 2019 era of the Yoga Circle, this is the kind of stuff that we would do to do our presentation literacy and connect yoga philosophy to the broadest way of understanding the human universals and that which is constant and grave in the human condition. So this is called a magnificent obsession. I've been obsessed with this since 1970. And what's the magnificent obsession? Well, it's the bridge that brings ancient wisdom into the contemporary culture. Like the I Ching, the Book of Changes, one of the world's oldest books used to predict future events. Confucius supposedly said that following the advices of the book, we can attain creative awareness in every situation. That's like Sahaja Samadhi, like instantaneous intuition as you go forward. Now, my teacher, Ram Dass, he'd left the Harvard world after being kicked out by him and Timothy Lee doing 20 LSD experiments, but he took the journey to the east and he found his guru, Nim Karoli Baba, Maharaji. And the first thing you learn when in the presence of the guru is who you think you are is not who you really are. I am not who I thought I was. Then who am I? Time for a new identification, isn't it? Oh, Peter Ustinov, an old actor, used to say, the point of living and being an optimist is foolish enough to believe the best is yet to come. Grow old with me, the best is yet to come. Is that a Robert Browning poem? But living what you believe is one way to erase so much doubt in your life. And with doubt in your life, not much happens. So make a list of things that make you happy. Make a list of things you do every day. Compare the list and adjust accordingly. Do what you love and share it, because I see the joy of those who do that, and I also see those who are living without passion. Doesn't seem to be a choice there, does it? Live with your passion, follow your bliss. Now, of course, there are many forces that seem to shut us down, both within us and externally. So when we say look deep into your shadow to heal any self-sabotage, what are you doing that's going to prevent you from bringing out the best that you have? You got to voice your passion, become aware of the shadow within you that sabotages your plans, the voice of impossibility, the voice of the X, as the therapist Stutz says, the one that says, I want to fuck you up, I want to get into your shit and fuck you up. Oh, you got to battle against that when you know that's inside yourself, it's not just outside. And if you don't battle, you're always having these concerns, am I good enough? What's my self-worth? Yeah, when you begin the journey, so many people feel unworthy, but then your inspiration is inadequate. Nobody comes here to live a small life. Playing small becomes the all-consuming voice in your head. It shuts you down. And once again, if you doubt, nothing happens. You have to have some faith that you have greatness, sincerity, beauty, depth inside yourself. Now, run to the war is one of those great things. We always try to go away from the things that we think are scary or might do us in, but it's the image of the old lion that doesn't have the teeth and the claws to do what it did before. And so it stands downwind, and then the pack roars, and then the gazelle or the antelope runs away from the roar, right back into the lion where it's waiting for lunch. So become self-aware of what you resist, because whatever you resist will be thrown up at you. What you resist persists. But if you run toward it instead of away from it, you have a chance to deal with it. I love this image from Yentl with Barbra Streisand pretending to be a boy chick so she could study the Torah with everybody else. You got to love your art form. You got to find the thing that really inflames you, your path, not anybody else's, and step into your power, because that's going to give you support for living your truth, whatever that is. Now, everybody has reasons not to do yoga, and if it's not yoga, it's whatever your thing is, how you prevent yourself. But you got to do this until you're practicing on your own momentum. I always say, once you add pranayama, then nobody has to be pushing you from behind to get you to discipline yourself. It's a wheel rolling out of its own initiative. You don't have time to practice. They say, oh, you meditate 20 minutes a day. Oh, you don't have time? Meditate an hour a day. Because otherwise you lack balance by not having time for yourself, private time, downtime, alone time, where you can commune in silence with whatever it is you need to contact. And then it doesn't happen. There's no quantum leaps. There's just baby steps. Like they say, you super cool some water by adding a little drop of salt in it. You hardly taste it. keep adding drops of salt, all of a sudden it gets very, very salty. Then you can keep adding drops of salt till it get to the point where all of a sudden one more grain, one little grain, super cools the whole thing, and it goes from liquid, crystallizes to solid. You stop before that, it wouldn't happen. So in the same way, one baby step at a time, regularity, keep doing it again and again. A breakthrough will happen. Like my teacher says, water the roots, the fruit is sure to follow. Now, although I'd say hit the mat when it comes to yoga, I'm not such a fundamentalist that I think that no other movement is good or suffices or even better than yoga. You got to find the movement path that works for you, because it's the magic of movement. So I never say don't stop biking or surfing or rock climbing or soccer or basketball, whatever your thing is. It's not a competition. You're not supposed to be better than other people. You're trying to challenge your best. And don't get lost in yoga workaholism. Okay? Perfection is perfecting. Perfection is perfecting. You never reach it. It's a gerund, but it's aspirational. It keeps you going on the path. So what's your ideal? Pursue that. It's pursuing you. And here, for all the young people out there, there's no way we're going back. You got your computer, you got your cell phone, you got ChatGPT now. But it's not like I don't want you to spend any time with technology and what's happening in the current generation. It's essential. But balance the time you spend in virtual reality and on internet with time that you're in nature, where you can refuel with your instinctive nature. Like I said, you want to go online to find out what companion plants are good to put around basil, or tomato. Great, but then go out into the garden and actually plant those plants. And then, of course, in the end, it always leads to service. Even if you're not teaching kick-ass yoga, people at every stage of their life need community, need support, need to build confidence. You're not trying to convert anybody, you're not trying to proselytize, just providing as a facilitator tools for people to live an active life, a healthy life, to enjoy their aging process. And there's going to be disappointment, the action of your brain readjusting itself to reality after discovering things are not the way you thought they were. Not everybody leaves the yoga class, even if the relaxation has been great, and just goes home and everything has changed. There are still forces at work you have to work through. And so some people are disappointed by it. It didn't happen quickly. And what I always say, the teacher that guarantees the least disappoints the least. And the only guarantee I make is when you put your shoes back on at the end of the class, all the problems you had will still be there. That's your karma. You got to deal with it. So don't be disappointed. Gain the strength that you get from the class in order to deal with it. And then find other ways of fitting in. It says after Geppetto died, Pinocchio supported himself by working as a washroom attendant. Very funny. You got to watch the process unfold. It will take a shape of its own in time. So you have to face all the difficulties, whether it's the difficulty of facing a living, how do you make money while being an artist, difficulty of staying in a long-term relationship when things aren't completely 100% perfect, or whatever it is. You got to deal with it. Yoga gives you tools. It's equal to every tussle on the material plane. I hope you find the way to do that for yourself. But most important, look at me, Parshva Bakasana. Yeah, Dharma means self-responsibility. You can't delegate this. No one does asana for you by proxy. You're the one who has to work to feel for yourself, no matter how much you study. So get out there, do your thing, enjoy life, and bring your gifts to everybody, because people deserve what you have to share. Have a great day.